This is the flagship show, so we're going to launch this off the proper way. ONUR6 versus Chiefs. They've been waiting a while. Let's go ahead and do a rundown. Snip, if you would go ahead and roll down the ONUR6 side, I will go down the Chiefs side.
All right, we got Beast in his E4, Quad in his 62, Sooner Nation in the bat chat, Johnny Kager in an IS7. I can't even pronounce that. Medics in IS7, the Fish Fan in an E100, and Patangi in an E100.
All right, over on the Chief side, Captain out in that 268, Dola in the 103B. Pair of E50Ms of 19 and Boxhound, a bat chat from Rated M. Need a disc in an E5 and Johnman Archer and E100, a dog from every town. Woo!
This should be a good fight. I'm excited to see this. It's been a while since I've seen ONUR6 in action. Maybe I've missed them recently, but I know they were taking a little hiatus there for a little bit.
Yep, this is their debut night.
Gonna be good.
Yes, sir. There's my buzz. Time to go to work. Yep, Wounded Warrior Project Tournament coming up June 9th. Concrete date set in stone. It will not ever move again. It is set up with Wargaming. It is set up with Wounded Warrior. It is set up with us, and it's set up with TLP. All right, guys, here we go.
Dola's going to do that springboard action up into B1. It looks like they're probably going to just try to pick ONUR6 apart from afar. Oh, he's going up into A2.
Oh, he's going.
Nope, he's going up there.
Yeah.
B1.
No, he's going to B1.
They're going to try that strategy that Lowett was famous for in the Clan Wars tourney against the Immortals. But ONUR6 is not giving them anything to shoot at.
Got a little bit of action going on up top with the mediums. Big Quay and Sooner. Sooner getting tracked there. Must be Boxhound trying to get some snipes. Yep, there it is. Boxhound 405 into Sooner there. Chief has a TD almost in every position that you would want to hold at the B1 and at the A5. So Sooner getting ripped up here. Oh, now he gets tracked again.
I would expect ONUR6 to put some cap pressure on and make Chief come to them.
Boxhound's up in the booth.
These IS7s look like they're just trying to keep Sooner Nation alive, but they're a little too late.
See what Beast is looking at. What is he doing down here? He's looking at Johnman. Takes a hit. Boxhound hitting him.
The Fish Fan is a one-shot. And now so is John Man.
ONUR6 is doing a decent job of trying to control the momentum of Chief because they're trying to push it forward up on the top side.
Yeah, it's funny. This map is typically just an all-out brawl. It's over so quick, but this is just going to linger around this game.
Way yet again rotating. Rated M just up top peppering. Made it.
You know, it's tough. I mean, ONUR6 can't put any cap pressure on because that that 103B can just pepper them.
Oh, big shot. That had
So
to
it's
be
really
John,
just
man.
stringing this out.
Beast had to push forward. He was getting melted by Boxhound there. All right, here comes the Fishman and Patangi now trying to move forward. Boxhound's going to try to get the rear Beast, and he does.
Oh. You know, Box is the master of finding ways to climb into different places. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get up there with a 50M.
Nope.
I've seen Batchaz, I've seen the T100, but have you ever seen a 50M get up there?
No, not a 50M.
That's funny.
See here, Rated M does come down, going around on a reload.
I was going to say, does Dola have a shot at Patangi in that exact spot? It looks like he does.
And they're utilizing every boost spot you can get into. 268 up at the A5. The 103 up at the B2. E50M up at the top. On your 6, they're just everywhere. Are they going to go full on push, get aggressive?
On your 6 wants to be careful now because Chief are bringing that 268 back around now.
Quay can take down. Oh, he doesn't take down Disc. That was a needed kill. That was a missed opportunity by Quay. Because Johnny was helping Max. But no will prevail. Looks like this time around, Chief's going to take this first round out.
Man, getting one of those STRVs up there in that spot is just a game changer.
Captain Alti with the ram on Patangi. All right, there we go. Well, Snip, do you want to go down the
Good strategy by Chief there. Oh, I just exited out.
Okay, no problem. I got it. Don't worry about it. Over on the on your 6 side here, Fishman coming out with a 1500. Patangi 2697. We'll give you the 2700, sir. Medics, I'm guessing Matix coming in with the 1521. Big Quay 1726. John Archer coming out over on the other side with 3518. Disc 2468. Sorry about that.
Great job there by John, man.
Yeah. I mean, even so he went 985 and then also still blocked 3980. Jeez.
Yeah, look at that.
19,
he was definitely the focus for a long time.
Yes, he was. He was holding them off, man. That long push. 19 coming in with the 3.
But Chief made it. Chief made it hard to shoot at anybody else but him. They were just all just lurking in the background.
Yeah, straight out of the gate, man. That was they made it real hard for any type of focus fire on anybody else. So I mean, I have to commend John. I mean, he did his work. Boxhound with 2K, Dola with 23, and then Captain Alti with the almost 1500. We're gonna switch sides here. Hope everybody's having a great evening out there. 2 great gold division teams now battling it out here. So, Snip, how's everything on the NFTG front?
Oh, as good as can be. We're excited. We we started our second squad this week. We had a really good inter-clan practice. I think it was like 8-on-8. So, you know, we're trying to get this second squad trained up so that we can really have 2 teams going at all times. That'll be exciting.
Yes, sir.
And it'll be good practice for both of us if we can all, you know, eventually get to the point where we're both pushing each other. So it'll be good.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like Immortals and Panda, those two knowing each other and pushing to each other's limits. It's always a good thing.
Absolutely. And we're always looking for good, experienced players that, you know, maybe want to come to a clan that has a lot of stability, been around since the beginning, and you know, we're always looking for good players.
That sounds like a shameless self-plug
Competitive
right
players. Oh yeah, definitely. I'll offer up a prize in the coming broadcast if I ever come in and host again. But
I'd love to have you. You know that.
yeah, I'd like to do it more.
Yeah. Might get you hooked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, B, do you want to roll down Chief? And then Dex, if you want to go down on your 6 when they pick their last tank?
So we have Chief pulling out Needless Disc pulling out the E4, Rated M and Boxhand pulling out Bat Chats. Then you got Shadowhate and Dola pulling out IS7s. And then Joe Man and 19 are rolling a pair of E100s.
Over on your 6 over here, we have Sooner Nation in Bat Chat, Combat Squirrel, Cav Vet, and
Angie.
Pangy, all in
Pangy.
Bat Chats. Beast and that person in IS7s and the Fish Fan and 57 Heavy.
Interesting roll with 4 Bat Chats coming over on your 6. It's going to be quite interesting to see.
On your 6 is, yeah, are they going to go YOLO strat or are they going to just spread out? We'll see.
As you see, this is not the same old on your 6. This is the new squad with when they because they just merged with Savage tanking. So this is kind of almost a hybrid new team with new. So maybe take it like a little bit to get a little bit of grease and back in the wheels.
I didn't know Cav Ranger had joined them. Am I wrong?
I think it went through like last Thursday that the confirmation came through that of the merger. So good to see that after Cav and all them left UGCC and just merged into on your 6. It was
okay.
at home.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was with UGCC.
Interesting take here now.
Interesting strat here. I mean, if I was Chief, I'd just go kill a beast right now.
Interesting. Well, they must be chatting, redirecting some of their bat chats here? They're all just killing time back there.
I think it's going to be a late call. It's a late call. Yeah, they're going after Beast now. I think they're going to take the E4 and one of the E100s around on Beast. Both E100s.
And then
So they'll just, you know, melt him real quick and then turn around again.
all right, so now the
Why they're
IS7
being so passive, they're taking too much time to do it.
yeah, is now 57 Heavy And the other IS-7 on your 6 now pushing into those, but here comes Sooner Nation and those bat chats. I would thought that the bat chats would get a little bit closer together, but must have some miscommunications going on there.
Those IS-7s, the Chief had just in a really good spot there. They got the cross on them now. Now they have to back off. That was a good move there. Now they can kind of melt Chief from up top if they can just hold the high ground.
Combat Squirrel getting spotted up there.
Chief's in a tough spot as long as they keep the pressure on and don't leave these two heavies to get counter pushed.
Yep, the other batch hats are already lying in wait, waiting for the for Rated M to go up the boost spot. Oh no, Sooner Nation was on a reload. That was not supposed to happen. Oh, Cav's on a reload.
The Combat Squirrel and Patangi needed to kind of get some shots. They were out of the fight there.
Yeah, I thought they were actually going to stay together with the other bat chats and stay up top and be able to float through.
If they'd have just held that high ground, they'd have been in pretty good shape, but they all ran away once they had the advantage. Yeah.
But here comes the fire back in from on your 6. Right now, 3 to 5. Tangi's on a reload. Cav's going to go down. 19 on a rush with death. Ooh, nice double tap into Sooner Nation there. Oh, Foxhound picking it up here. Oh my goodness, I apologize. The wife is calling from Wyoming. She had to leave on emergency. And I catch Foxhound diving off the cliff. All right, go through this here quickly. Over on your 6 side, Cav range coming out with a 16, Combat Score with a 1450, Sooner Nation with a 1934, Danji with a 2222, and 2K out of Beast. Over on Chief's side, Boxhound did throw out 1268. Rated M in his bat chat, 2 kills, 2773. Great job. Jamin Archer yet again hold it down, 1 kill, 2937. And then Dola coming in with his IS-7, 1 kill, 2822, and then 19, 2 kills with the 1247. Where are we up to, Dex?
Himmelsdorf Knight.
Nice.
See who can brawl around that church at the top the best here.
A lot of people are super excited to play that map. So.
Well, it's one of those maps where it doesn't take any strategy. It literally is just who can trade better, who can focus fire better, all around that church up there. It's kind of one of those maps you just don't even have to think about what's the strategy going to be. You know, you might take a bat chat and run it, try to get some early shots down the B line or something to try to get a couple easy shots in, but other than that, it's just a brawl at the top usually. Another strategy would be to run your bat chat and get your bat chat up there in position to fire at anybody coming up through D0, you know, crossing that lip of that hill. If you get your bat chat, if you get south spawn, you get the bat chat up there, you can get, you know, 2-3 shots into a guy trying to, the first guy to crest that hill. I definitely think the south spawn has an advantage.
Yeah, I mean, well, and then there's some that feel it's interesting because some people feel north on one end, south on. It's kind of interesting to see what type of lineups they do run. Like I've seen, as we've seen from like Panda, they love going with the trios, the IS-7s, the 50Bs, and then having the bat chat. Chief coming out with a Kronvon. I don't agree with that. I just Yeah, it has trolley turret armor, but I think it stays out of the fight.
They might just be looking to use it at the lip of the hills, you know what I mean? I mean, if you get north spawn, use it at D0, and then south spawn, use it at, G0.
Yeah. Well,
Just
almost
keep it
every
hull
time
down.
I've ever seen a Kronwagen used there at D0 came to a crashing halt, just horribly, because they realized the Kronwagen's there, so the IS-7s would dip down and shove, because there's already an overmatch now. So if you have the IS-7 shoved down the 9 line below, and then a pair of 57 heavies, and they come back up, and then say you have a IS-7 blocking up there at the F0 line, that Kronwagen's screwed. He has 4 rounds, and next you know, one of their tanks is out of the fight, and they're just getting completely overmatched. So I want to see if this works. I want to see if Chief can do it. If they can do it and prove me wrong, I would love it. But right now, my money has already went on your 6 on this one.
I mean, the worst thing about the Kronwagen is the reload and
Yes.
the just overall bad gun. I mean,
Love the turret, man.
doesn't.
Would you imagine that?
Yeah,
tank
well, yeah,
with
it's a turret.
Imagine the 50B with it, blended in with that turret.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Well,
I mean, but the gun is just not even half as good as a 50B or a 57 heavy.
right? Totally. Totally feel you on that one. Do you want to roll down the Chief side, and I'll go down on your 6, and we'll get this show
All right.
rolling.
We got John Man in an E4, Boxhound in his bat chat, showing Hades, an IS-7, Needy Disc in an IS-7, X-Rated in an IS-7, 19 in a Kronwagen, and Dola in a 50B.
Alrighty, great lineup over there. Over on this side, Sooner Nation and Bat Chat, King of Guns, Beast, Tangi, Madix, all in IS-7s. Fishband, Mr. One to No One, coming out with the 57 heavies. I'm hoping everybody out there in Twitch is having a great time. I cannot see your chat because my Twitch chat is not working. RIP. Next.
I'm here. Just hold on.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to take care of something here
Okay, no problem.
before I'm able to launch.
Alright. Is everything okay?
Just the tank line out ruling. One was thinking they're doing a different 770, one's thinking they're doing a... Yeah, so... And it got brought up right after I launched the last game, so it's...
With the 3 tank rule or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we have the standard 770, then the no tank limit in the sense except for TV. And this is where one's thinking it's the one TD and one's thinking it's the other one.
Yeah, it's not a tournament. I would just say let's do it as liberal as possible. Just let you kind of have as many tanks at your disposal as you want. I would think.
Yeah, a lot of people went with that meta with this unlimited because of the
Clan Wars.
So,
How do you feel about that? Because my feeling is that we saw way too many autoloaders. I mean, every tournament I've ever been in, there's always been a 3 autoloader tank limit. But in this last Clan Wars, you know, we saw some people just take 7 batch hats.
Yeah.
I thought that.
You know, honestly, it's one of those, talking with the other organizers, I mean, a lot of it did get put up for a vote. And I guess with this tournament, they felt, you know, hey, why not give it a whirl this time? Now that with the WCL, that's still to be known. Whenever they just do release their rules, for whenever they're getting ready to come out with their event, whenever.
Okay, Beast picked up a E4 instead of IS7.
Easy peasy fix.
Best heavy in the game. I'd like to see what Boxhound does here. Is he going to go super ultra aggressive? Try to get behind on your 6 going up the hill, or is he going to go up the hill and try to fight it out with them? We'll see.
Alrighty, guys. Here we go.
And Box is going to go aggressive.
Yes, he is. Looks like he's gonna play that lower.
Oh,
He
but
needs
here
some
comes
quick
Sooner Nation
spots.
though too.
Yeah.
Sooner Nation's going for it too. Oh, Box looks like he's going to just sit and wait for Sooner Nation.
Wonder if Sooner can get the quick spots here to. There he does. Oh, and he even lights up Boxhound too. So no fishy business from that end. Someone did almost get around into the pack. Oh, Mr. One Not. He wasn't paying attention. Now he's way behind his pack. Whoa, Reggie.
Oh, Sooner was just a little more aggressive. He could have gotten some shots into that Kronwagen and E4. At least a couple, maybe.
Now this, with an E4 being up here, now this takes aggression onto a whole new level. So if they can get that E4 up there, that's going to change some stuff for them, and also for Chief. So we'll see some big blows.
What's good
going
for
down
Chief
that lane.
is getting to the top of the hill first. They're going to at least get
50 Bs.
most of their team over the lip there.
Alright, so that means yet again for the south spawn, they're going to dip across at the G0, go low with these IS-7s, and then probably take one up, back and around, so this can be interesting.
That's one of the advantages to South Spawn, is you've got that ability to cross on the low ground there where Patangi's going and not risk getting shot.
Your guns takes a shot there, looked like he went into the shoulder.
Both teams playing really passive with their batch hats.
interesting roll here. I thought ONUR6 would rotate out their 57 heavies to the left here and then push it through with a little bit more aggression.
You know, it's everybody crows about the Kronwagen's gun depression, but to be honest with you, just because of how far back the turret sits
on the
on that
wrong
tank,
side.
you actually have not as much gun depression as you think you should. You do end up showing your lower plate a lot more than you want to.
And the bad thing is 19s really have to stretch onto the bad side of the hill where you have to really expose. Now, if he was tighter to the right
Chief
side
is
of the
getting
road,
pinched pretty good here.
Here comes the push.
See, now in this one, if Boxhound had been sitting over at F3, he could have shot all those tanks as they went around. Chief doing the smart thing. They're just pushing one way, trying to get away from the other guys pushing. They're gonna try to focus out Beast here. Good shot by John Man. 57s are almost loaded. Now they are loaded. They're gonna melt John Man right here. Good kill. Now they're gonna be on reload.
Roger. Hey, Beaver, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you do a temporary, are you still spectated? Could you take a temporary pickup on the stream? I have to shut down. My little ones just found out, you know, they're really freaking out. A lot more.
Our setup is not exactly set up at the moment.
Alright, give me a moment. I have the camera in a good position. Just keep talking.
Don't
Yeah,
everyone start
unfortunately,
talking at once.
the Kronwagen and the Bat Chat were completely out of that fight. Well, the Kronwagen wasn't. He was getting shots, but what really killed Chief was that those 257 heavies. They came up, they melted John Man Archer, and Needy Disc was sitting there in his full health IS-7, but instead of going after the 57 heavies that were on reload, he fought the tanks that were in front of him. And if he had gone after those 57 heavies, it might have been different. If he'd have gone after them and Boxhound came in with his loaded Bat Chat, they might have been able to turn that one around, but the 57 heavies just destroyed Chief.
Well, do you want to run down damage quick while I'm swapping sides here?
Oh yeah, let me
Bye, B.
let me go back and look at that.
Or I can jump back over there now since I'm freed up. Okay, over on Chief's side here, Dolan is AMX 50 with 1600. Boxhound and a Bat Chat with 1800. 19 in his Kronvan and with 2300. John Man E4 1100. Showing in his IS-7 only got 500. Rated M 1600. Needed Disc in his IS-7 2500. With ONUR6 over here, Lunar Nation with 1200, Beast with 800, the one person I can't pronounce in the IS-7 1500, King of Guns, he's zeroed out. Mr. One, his 57 got 3,800. Datfish and his 57 heavy got 4,500.
Good game by
And
Fishman.
Patagonio, or and his IS7 got 30,000.
I'm surprised to see Beast in the i7. I always see Beast in the E4.
Well, you want to run down T4 on your 6, Sniff here.
1 second. I'm typing a message to Box
Or you
Hound.
know what? Since we know Beaver's here, Beaver
you
can
wa-
take either on your 6 or Chief.
And then go ahead and, did you go ahead and launch it, and then I'll just set up the camera really fast. Launch it and then you go through tank so I can get the camera set up. Because at least
Okay.
there's an easy way to set up the camera on this map. I mean, the battle's only going to happen one or two ways.
Either you're on catch it or you're not. Okay, well, over on your 6 side we have Patagino, or
Patanji.
Pat. Patanji. I'm just gonna call him Pat. Pat in his E4, Sooner Nation in the Bat Chat, Beast in IS7, May in his IS7, or her IS7, John in an IS7, Datfish in a 57 heavy, and Mr. One in a 57 heavy.
Chief going with 357 heavies on this one. Should be interesting. On your 6 needs to take those 3 IS7s and put them on those 357 heavies and just push. Find out where they're at and get rid of them. Box going to get some early shots. He's probably not going to get any.
Now it's just that long climb up the hill.
Yeah, it's sort of a boring map until you know, get up here and start just going at each other. I think Box might sit back and sit at F3 and try to get some shots while maybe Chief will lure him into coming around the castle on him. Nope, Box is going back up the hill. So is Sooner Nation, I believe. Nope, he's gonna go try to flank.
Already, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
On your 6 does not have any kind of definitive fire line going here, I can see. Both teams seem to be waiting for something.
B's getting a little edgy there, taking a hit. Putting one into rated M there, Patanji.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Patanji
taking a
didn't
huge hit.
pen. He bounced the shot too. Rated is taking all kinds of abuse, but he's just bouncing everything. This could be big trouble for ONUR6 right here. Got the E4 and 3 57 heavies ready to just trap Fishman.
Some bounces
ONUR6
going
is
on
falling
there.
back.
Yeah, Patanji there is going to fall back to hit the secondary fire line right here. Oh, it was a
Big
fake.
shot into
It was a fakey.
medics.
It's a fakey.
That was a good. They can't stop. They got to just go. They're gonna end up shooting each other more than the enemy.
Yep, yes. 19 getting ammo racked. Foxhound on reload and an E50. Another shell getting ready to fly out. Upside of having the E50M there.
They're just. I mean, ONUR6 is just bouncing way too many shots. And now Boxhound's getting free shots.
Yeah, he's been just able to get free shots for days. I thought the Bat Chat would have spun and went and at least got the Boxhound's fire redirected. Even if it was just temporary, it looks like they don't even see. Now they do.
They see him, they just don't. They can't shoot. They're trying to focus fire and all that stuff at the same time. It's tough. ONUR6, they had it. They had a good stack and push, and if they'd have pushed instead of stopping, it probably would have been better. Because they had them. They had Chiefs 57 heavies out of position. If they'd have just kept pushing there, they might have had a chance.
Yeah, maybe if they would have pushed in and then kind of rotated in, surrounded out Boxhound, and then used that hill back to their advantage. That could have been a very successful push. Damagers really fast here on ONUR6. That kind of stuck out. Patanji with a 28-14. He went 6x4. Over on Chief's side, sticking out. Boxhound with the E50M. He had shots for days, so you expect you'd have that damage of 33-13. Johnman Archer coming out 6 for 6 for 6 for 45-30 in his E4. Great job. And then Rated M and his IS-7 coming in there with the 2381, 3400 blocked, going 665. Great job. All right, guys, so there we go. Match 1 in the books. Let's see what else Beaver has lined up for us tonight. Who's
The next set
next on
would
tap?
be VGA versus HV, which I still need VGA to respond about the map.
I think they did.
Good games there, Chief. Way to put on the show tonight. That was really good.
Yes, they did.
Oh, they
Jump.
just did, yeah.
I think my MVP would be John Man. Either John Man or Boxhound. I mean, John Man, think of the first game on Cliff, he was the focus of ONUR6 fire, bounced a bunch of damage, did the most damage.